Alrighty, traders, welcome back. Well, at least it should be welcome back, Gary, right? After last week, yes, last week I was actually rushed to the ER, then booked into the hospital, got my gallbladder taken out. I'm back in action, as you can see right now, ready to rock and roll. There's a lot of things we're going to go ahead and discuss, all right? We had some trades last week that took place that we go ahead and address. And then, of course, we're going to take a look at trades this week. We did have some big bearish movement in the pound this morning since the London Open, due to the fact that the UN, the EU, EU and the UK are in negotiations, and the EU is saying we're demanding that we get access to the UK waters. This is part of the 11th month of negotiation that's taking place since the end of January 31st. Now that we go into that 11-month negotiation with the UK goes into negotiations with the EU regarding the trade agreement. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see how the market's reacting. Now, do we really care? Do we really care? Do we really care how our long-term outlook's going to be for the UK? No, we don't. Why don't we? Well, that's because we're taking on a different trading position, where we're actually trading more the consolidation, or let's say the expansion and the contraction phases of the market. And so when the market's going to be range bound and bouncing back and forth, we're going to take advantage of that, right? And so we don't see the market in a trending phase at the moment right now. We still see it inside contraction or expansion phase. And so the strategy that we're using is very effective in these type of market conditions. And so we don't really care about the news, right? The news doesn't really bother us as much as long as we make sure that we apply good risk management rules to our trades. Now, I want to go ahead and say this. This strategy that we trade has a guarantee to make you money. There's no doubt about it. It has a guarantee to make you money. But you have to make sure you have good equity management rules in place. Now, for those that don't understand what that means and don't understand how to apply that to their trading, don't worry, I got your back. I'm going to be posting some videos out this week. I was supposed to do it last week, but of course with me being in hospital, I was unable to do it. But I'm going to post videos that's going to give you some sort of insight. First, number one, it's going to be a series of videos, because I can't give everything in just one video. It's just going to be too much content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into a series of videos. First, number one, I'm going to explain to you why we're so excited about the strategy. Then number two, what do we need to do to protect ourselves so that we don't get into a position of over-leveraging our trades and end up losing a bunch of money because we don't have proper equity management in place. We have to make sure that that's in place. Because, listen here, traders, I'm going to say this right now. It doesn't matter what strategy you have. It doesn't matter what strategy you have. If you don't know how to be able to manage your money correctly, and listen here, I'm talking to myself right here too, right? I'm speaking to myself too, because I've gone through those times where I've lost a lot of money on a trading account because of the fact that I just did not apply the proper risk management rules on certain strategies. And so, yes, I know the greed factor kicks in. I know that, well, you know what, I need to make a good return in the next couple of months. I need to push it a little bit. I need to go ahead and push the envelope a little bit more here. But what happens is, when we do that, and then suddenly something happens in the market, like last year, we had what? Trade agreement, trade wars. We had trade wars. We had the Brexit. We had flash crashes. When those things happen and you go ahead and try and push the envelope on certain currency pairs, trust me, you are going to feel the pain, all right, when the market goes against you. So listen here. The strategy we're trading has a very high success rate, but it's like we've got to hold this thing and be very delicate, all right, or at least apply very delicate rules to trading, which means that the risk management rules are going to be absolutely looked at, revisit again, and making sure that you've got the right rules in place. All right, this is not Preachy Friday, so I'm not going to go ahead and start off like that. But I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about the trades we had from last week and exactly what position we're in on this week, and how we're going to be able to handle those positions. So let's go ahead and jump in. Firstly, number one, everyone make sure that they got their cup of coffee, right? Yeah. All right, good. Everyone's got their cup of coffee, ready to rock and roll. So is everyone doing good this morning? I know it's Monday morning, and I know that some of you might say, well, big dog, you know, it's Monday morning. I'm a little bit slow in the uptake this morning. Well, hope everyone's doing very well. Leslie says, glad to see that you are back. Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate that. Yes, I am back. I don't think I'm 100% back, but I am back. All right, and that's good enough. So let's go ahead and take a look over here, and we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what the details are on last week's trading. Last week's trading, as you can see right here, we took on quite a few positions here. We had the Euro Aussie. We got in on the Euro Aussie. We got in on the pound. It said here we got in on the pound Aussie. Yep, we got in the pound Aussie. We got in the Aussie JPY. We got in on the Aussie Canadian, Aussie US dollar. But also what we did get in last week as well was pound and New Zealand dollar, right? So I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the actual trades here. And you can see right here, this is pound New Zealand dollar. There it is there. And you can see that we got our trade put in on the 30th of January. So we've got one trade on the 30th, then we've got two additional trades on the 31st right here. So we're definitely in on the pound New Zealand dollar. And this took place last week. I didn't enter it last week because I was in hospital, but let's go ahead and do it right now. So 2.0139 was the entry point. 2.0139. Let's go here. 2.0139. All right, there it is there. So we got in on this one right here. We got active on that. We were selling on this particular pair right here. It was an overbought condition. So we're in. All right, that's it there. Then, according to the setups, I'm going to go to each and every one of these setups from last week. So we can go ahead and address each and every one of them. Let me see what else we got in it. Any of the other pound pairs? Nope, we got in 2 pound pairs. 1, 2, 3 Aussie crosses. Let's take a look right here. If we got in on 3 Aussies. Aussie 1, 2, and 3. Yep. And then we got the Euro Aussie. We picked up, looks like we picked up 4 trades on Euro Aussie right here. So let's go to Euro Aussie. Let's see if we got in on Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie, yes, we are selling on Euro Aussie. All right. So we're in on that. And we got no New Zealand CAD and we got no US dollar CAD. All right, so let's go from the top. All right, starting from the top, looking at last week's numbers. All right. And then we'll go in and take a look at this week and see what we've got going this week. So last week we had an unhit target right about here. Price never went into an overbought condition on the Euro Aussie, or did it? Hold on. Oh, I see my... Hang on. I got to get this changed over. That is... I want to use 70 and 30 right here. All right, cool. So yes, we did. All right, so we did get in on the Euro Aussie. So we're still in on the Euro Aussie. That's definitely a trade. This week right here, notice this week here, we also have this week setting up. And if we take a look at this week, we have an overbought condition right here as well. Let's see, by 8 o'clock, which is the close of the 7 o'clock candle, we were not in an overbought condition. So although we got an unhit target this week, price never moved down to that level. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to update this week and last week. So this one right here, we have an unhit target. It's sitting there as a pending position right here. And we're looking for another overbought condition right there. So we're looking for a bearish alert. All right, nothing here. So this is going to be pending. And if we take a look, we're actually in a sell already from the previous week, right? So we've got a missed target. We're currently chasing after as well. Let's go take a look at the Euro CAD. So Euro CAD last week, we actually had a hit target last week. This week we have an unhit target. And once again, if we go take a look at the 7 o'clock, the 7 o'clock candle right here. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like we had 69. So this is the so at the 7 o'clock candle close, which would be 8 o'clock, Price is trading at 70.88. So this would have been a good sell. Let me see here. Euro Aussie. We got a Euro Aussie on my MT4 platform because I use the data of Euro Aussie to get in on trades. And I want to just take a look and see Euro. Sorry, not Euro, Euro CAD, my bad. Euro CAD right here. We do have a sell right here. So we did pick up our Euro CAD sell. There it is there. And this was this week. So the Euro CAD sell is at 46.75. 46.75. So we got in at 46.75 this week. So we've got an unhit target. Let me just put that in. 46.75 while I remember. And that's going to be active. And this was based on a sell overbought condition right there. All right, so we're in. And we're selling based on overbought condition. Right, now we got no previous position in. Nope. And we're chasing after this target right about here. And that target set at 46.14. So it's not a big target that we're chasing after. And we're currently in right now. We're in some bit of profit at the moment right now. In fact, let's go ahead and use our tool here to be able to identify exactly what that is. We're up about 24 pips right now. All right, so we're up 24 pips, and we've got about another, 20 pips or so to go. Let's go ahead and move on. That's the Euro. Let's go to Euro JPY. Now, Euro JPY, we didn't pick up a trade in Euro JPY last week. Price was really sideways. We did have a missed target right here, but I don't believe we got in on this pair. Let's take a look last week. Last week we had an unhit target. We never ever got into a position. So no trade on this. We'll go ahead and cancel that out right here. So there's no trade there. All right. And that is then going to be ruled out. No trade. That was last week. So this week we've got a hit target. So this week is a hit target. So we're not going to do anything on this pair this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Euro New Zealand dollar. All right. Good morning, Dean. And good morning, Cheryl. All right. All right. So this is the deal right here. Last week, we had an unhit target, and we actually got in Euro New Zealand dollar. I believe we're in on this. And let me see here. Euro New Zealand dollar. No trade on this one right here. How come? Yeah, no trade on this one. We did not get in on this one right here. Let's take a look and see what's going on in here. Why did we not get in? Price went in overbought condition here. Yeah, we should have got in on this one. That's strange. Oh, hang on. Maybe it's seen as a hit target on the platform right here. So, yeah. So this could be seen as a hit target. Let's see what I called it last week. That we may mark it off as a hit target early. Let's see what we did last week. Yeah, we called it was a hit target. Looks like price actually hit the target very early, right about here. There it is, hit its target, so we actually didn't get a trade. Now this week we do have, let's see here, by 8 o'clock, and there it is there, that's 11, 8 o'clock, this is 7 o'clock close right here, and price is trading at 68. So since 8 o'clock last night, price is actually traded below that. This is why we're not actually in on a trade. So we're going to set this up as a pending order right here. All right, for this week, we've got a pending order as an unhit target. And we're looking for an overbought condition, so we're going to go ahead and look for a sell alert right here. Nothing in yet. Okay, let's go to pound, euro pound right here. Take a look at euro pound. All right, euro pound. What do we got going here? Euro pound. Hit target this week. Last week was a hit target. This week's a hit target. No, nope, no trading. Hit targets. All right. So we're not doing anything on this particular pair right here. And let's go to euro, US dollar. Euro US dollar actually at 8 o'clock, which is around about here. We would not have got in a trade. Price actually moved down to its target. So we got a hit target this week. And it looks like last week, did we get in last week? No, last week never picked up a trade. So we didn't pick up a trade last week, and this week is also a hit target. So we're not doing anything on this pair right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at last week. And last week showed us that we had an unhit target. We were looking for a trade, but nothing happened. So we canceled any pending orders and a no trade scenario right here. All right, so no trade on that pair last week. Let's go to pound Canadian. All right. And here we go, pound Canadian. Pound Canadian has a hit target this week, and we had a hit target last week. So mark it off, traders in. This is the reason why we go through this document, right? Because we want to check. Last week we had a hit target. This week we had a hit target. So nothing happened on this pair right here. We move on to the next currency pair. We don't want to go ahead and play around with these pairs that are not offering us any trading opportunities. Go to the next pair. Pound JPY. Pound JPY, we had a hit target last week. Or did we? Let's see here. Last week. Let's see here. Pound JPY, we didn't have a hit target, but it never picked us up in a trade. So we never got in on a trade right here. It never got below that oversold condition. And this week we got a hit target. So last week it was setting up a pending order. Didn't quite get anything going there. That's a no trade right here. And so we got nothing going there. So if we had anything, it definitely would have been cancelled. And then this week got a hit target. Moving on to the next pair. Next pair is going to be a pound New Zealand dollar. Pound New Zealand dollar hit target this week, but we're still chasing after last week's target. I think we're in on. We're in on this trade. Pound New Zealand dollar. There it is. There. We're currently up at the moment right now. If we go to the pound crosses, we're up about 128, 129 pips right now. 130 pips right now. All right, now that's the average, 130 pips average. But if you actually take a look at the positions we're in, we're trading now at the second entry point. If you do this, how many entries do we actually have on this? We have 3. Where's my third one? Oh, the third one's at the break-even point right here. Okay, good. So I'm actually up at the moment right now. If I do the math, I'm up 130 pips, just like it says there. 130 pips right there. 124 now. Plus, of course, this one right here, which is my my third entry. That's 272. So actually, I'm not averaged out at. I'm averaged out at 124 pips, but I'm actually gaining 124 plus 262. So that'll give me 386 pips right now. So I'm up about 386 pips right now on the pound New Zealand dollar. We'll take a look at the pairs that we're currently in, and we'll make a decision when we're going to go ahead and close out of those trades. All right. So I'm not going to go ahead and make a decision yet. We'll come back to this. But I actually am in on those trades. So this week we've got a hit target, but last week we're still currently in. So let's go ahead and put in this. We got a missed target that was currently bearish on. Let's go to pound Aussie. And pound Aussie right here. Take a look here. There we had a missed target there. And let's see. We are currently in on pound Aussie. And we are currently in. Yep, we're in. And we've got 4 positions in on pound Aussie. We're slightly in the money on this 50 pips, but of course we're a little bit more up our average pips is 57 pips, but we've got a lot more pips in this because we've got 4 positions in. So we'll check this out in the moment right now, but we do know that we do have a position in for last week. So let's go ahead and mark that off and say, yes, we are bearish from last week, or at least from a previous position. And let's go ahead and mark off this week. We got a hit target this week, so we're not really cared about this week because this week is a hit target. And then let's move on to the pound US dollar. Now, notice, traders, that we are actually at this point in time, we're now just reviewing what trades we currently have. Just go ahead and assessing our positions. And then once we assess our positions, we'll look at what we currently have now as new positions. And then what we're going to do with our positions that we have that are open right now, whether or not we're going to take a profit, give the heck out of Dodge, or, you know, ride the wave, so to speak. All right, so let's check it out again here. So pound US dollar right here, hit target this week. And last week was a hit target. So no shame on this one right here. We're in and out of that trade. Let's take a look. Yep, hit target last week as well. All right, so cool. So look at this week's pounds. This week's pounds pretty quickly. Market moved and hit our targets very, very quickly right there. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at Aussie crosses now. Now we've got a trader right here says, Gary, do we have no stops on the system? No, we do. Take a look over here. Make sure that you guys pay attention to the dashboard on the left-hand side right here. And on the dashboard on the left-hand side right here, you'll see where my nearest stops are. These are hidden stops. All right. And I've just got an updated version that I'll be releasing this week. I'm actually setting up a 3-hour session for all the students that own the system. I will be setting up a 3-hour session, sorry, actually a 2-hour session to go through the new system that I've just got updated, which actually has hidden stops and hidden targets. And the reason why we've got hidden stops and hidden targets now set up is because of Orlando changing their FIFO rules. And so now what we've done is we've made hidden stops, hidden targets to accommodate for any sort of FIFO issues. All right. And so, although the system knows where the stops and limits are, okay, it's going to be hidden, and we're keeping it hidden because we don't want to go ahead and expose our stops and our limits to the broker. But when price gets to those levels, it will be closing out our trades and will be taking profit or taking losses. All right. So there is stops inside the system. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look right here. Leslie, I'm trying to set it up for 3.0. That includes the 2.0 students. Yep. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate that, Jeremy. Yes, I'm feeling much better. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Karen. I won't say we're 100%, but certainly getting there. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Aussie JPY. Aussie JPY last week has a missed target. We're chasing after that. We've got an unhit target this week. All right, we've got a target that we're chasing after right here, and then as you can see, price has not moved into an overbought condition. So we're going to do this. And the reason why we do that is because traders may start this week looking for trading opportunities, right? And if they're going to be looking for trading opportunities, then what direction would they be trading? So we're going to set it up right here that yes, there's an opportunity this week, but remember, we're in on trade. All right, I'm in on a trade. And I'm bullish right now on Aussie JPY. Let's take a look right here. This is the Aussie JPY right here. Am I bullish? Oh, maybe I'm not. Yes, I am. Aussie JPY, I'm bullish currently right now. I've got 3 positions I'm holding. I'm currently holding 3 positions and I'm down 58 pips. Average of 58 pips. All right, so 3 positions. So I'm in on a previous position right here. And I have a new opportunity this week. So which means, traders, that maybe this week, we not only hit our target this week, but we also chase after the missed target from last week. All right. Now, let's go to the Aussie and New Zealand dollar. Aussie New Zealand dollar is a good trading pair to trade because it's really a range-bound currency pair. And, well, it may not offer a lot of opportunities, but it doesn't put you in too much trouble. So hit target last week. This week, I'm going to call this also a hit target. It certainly looks like it. I'm going to go double check this on my my MT4 platform right here, and I'm going to pull in these columns right here, and I can see right here. No, it looks like not. So you can see how price is not, well, I don't know. Let's see here. You see, it's got this candle that's right here, and so it may see it as a hit target. I'm going to call it a hit target. Yeah, I'm going to call it a hit target because I think the systems will call it a hit target too. So let's go ahead and call it a hit target. Let's go to the Aussie CAD. And even if it's not a hit target, probably a very low probability there in any case. This week we got a, you can see right here, we've got a unhit target on the Aussie CAD that we're chasing after. And last week, this week, we got an unhit target. I'm going to call it low probability this week. So this week I'm going to call it low probability as an unhit target. And let's go ahead and look for a bullish alert. But it's going to be a low probability. Don't think this is going to happen. But we are in on a trade from the previous week, and we are buying it long. So we are bullish on this one as well. Let's go to Aussie US dollar. Aussie US dollar right here. Last week unhit target. This week we got a, last week we missed our target. And this week we currently have low probability. I'm going to set up a low probability as well this week. So let's go unhit target, pending. Look for a bullish alert as well. So we're still looking for price to move back up again. And we are bullish on a previous trade as well. And then New Zealand, let's go to the New Zealand Canadian dollar right here. We have, let's see here. We've got an unhit target for this week. And we had an unhit target from last week. But even though, look at this. This is amazing. Right? Look at price move down from here all the way down to the low right here, about 110 pips. But we really never got an opportunity on this, did we? Now I'm going to go to the actual trade station right here. Let's take a look and make double sure on that. Yeah, I don't see New Zealand CAD at all. Nothing. Zero. Zip. Zilch. And let's double check and make sure why we didn't get in on this trade. And it looks like this was the lowest point right here. And price, yeah. This was at 4 o'clock in the morning on the 31st, which was Friday. Friday at 4 o'clock, so which means 5 o'clock, there should have been a buyer. Now, it may show this on this data platform right here. This is Smart Trader. This is a charting software platform right here. But if I go to the actual data that I'm trading here, and this is the New Zealand CAD right here, we may not have got the same sort of rules right here. Because if it didn't pull me in on this trade right here, then it's not a trade. So right now I'm going to call it a no trade last week, because I would have got picked up. And I can double check to make sure my system's running the way it should be. And yep, it is. Smiley face, all good to go. Yep, we should have got in on that trade if it was a trade setting up. So I'm going to go ahead and call that, rule this out. And last week we called it a hit target. Why do we call it a hit target? Let me take a look at it. Do we actually have an early? Oh, there it is. Sorry, my bad. See, I missed it. Take a look right here. See how price moved up over here? So we actually did hit that target very early in the week. Alright, and that's why we're going to call it a hit target. Okay, so should check that. Should check the numbers here. So hit target, and this week we have, what do we call this week? An unhit target, right? But I'm going to call it low probability. I think price is going to move up. No, actually not. Maybe not. Alright, let's do it. Let's do this. This is an unhit target. We set up for a penny buy. And then lastly, we got the US dollar CAD. Last week was a unhit target. Let's see what happened with the US dollar CAD. Why didn't we pick up a trade on the US dollar CAD? Let's see here. US dollar CAD. There was the price never came up to this level. Let me see here. Do I have a US dollar CAD trade? US dollar CAD, here it is. Nope, got no trade on this one. System's running all steam ahead. Let's see here. So I came to a few places here. $65. No, it didn't get in. Oh, it didn't even get in. Wow. Didn't even get us in. Okay. And it moved since the opening right here. Moved about 110 pips. Never picked us up on a trade. All right. Well, it is what it is. Here we have also unhit target this week. So let's go ahead and update last week. Last week never happened. So no trade on this. And we're going to go ahead. And so no trades. Closed out 0 trades last week. All right. But we did pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. All right. We had 6 trades that we're currently holding on to. What happened to the Aussie New Zealand dollar? Oh, I just got to. We didn't get in on this one either. All right. So we got 6 trades we got in. And this week right here, we picked up another trade on the Euro CAD. And everything else has been hit target. So this is where we're at right here. This is unhit target. Just going to go ahead and say bullish alert there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 possibilities this week. But we're holding on to 6 trades plus the one today this week. 7 trades at the moment right now. All right, so let's go ahead now and check out our missed targets and see, because we don't have to deal with our current target that we got entered into, but we certainly want to go ahead and pay attention to our missed targets from the previous weeks, which, by the way, traders, is pound US dollar. Pound US dollar is moving really good for us right now. All right, so let's go take a look at pound US dollar right here. All these pound crosses right here. We want to go to pound Aussie first. Take a look at pound Aussie. All right, so our target on pound Aussie is down here. All right, we're looking for price to move down here. Now the question here is, are we going to get there? Right? Are we going to get there? We're up on this trade. Let's go to pound Aussie right here. We're up on this trade, 63 net, but of course we're banking a lot more because we've got 4 positions in. If this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, then we are currently banking. Okay, we're losing on that one, but we're banking 131, 131. So that should be equal. So we're banking about 266 pips. All right, 266 pips is what we're going to be banking. We're square on that one. This one's going to cancel out with that one there, and 266 pips is our net overall profit right now. All right. So now we're going to go to the weekly time frame. Let's go to the large time frame. Look at this right here. So when you look at this right here, you're seeing price is trying to work its way back up to the top of the channel. Now, if I go ahead and pull in the trend line a little closer up here, I can see that we could see price getting to this level. So this is a correction move. And so the correction move could see us dropping back down to around about this level, which looks like about another 246 pips or 248 pips. So we could see another 248 pips going south. I think we should hold on to pound Aussie dollar for a little bit longer. Now, granted, traders, what's coming out this evening? If you don't know it already, then I'm going to be posting my weekly outlook in the next 30 minutes to an hour from now. And in the weekly outlook, I'm still suffering with a bit of sore throat. But in the weekly outlook, you'll see that we talk about the pound crosses. We also talk about the Aussie rate decision coming out this evening. If you go to all the Aussie crosses, I'm not going to do it now, but if you go ahead and check out my review, which I'm going to post in the next hour or so, you'll see that all the Aussie crosses are currently right now setting up for a possible rally. Now they're expecting the rates to stay unchanged this evening. out of the Aussie rate cut. All right, and if they do keep the rates unchanged, typically we start seeing some bullish movement in that currency pair. Now, obviously, the statement is going to come out and support whatever they decided to do, but according to what we've seen on the technicals are pretty much confirming what the news is saying, which means that we may see a solid move to the upside on the Aussie crosses. So if Aussie is going to be strong this week, all right, or at least in the start of this week as we get the news out, then that means that we could have pound Aussie continuing its bearish move, not because of the weakness in pound, but more the strength coming out of the Aussie. And maybe with a bit of weakness in the pound, it's going to support that as well and drive it even further down south. So another 245 pips should be a thing we should be able to grab on this particular currency pair. So if that's the case, then let's go back here and take a look and see where our target's at and see how far away are we from our target. And if our target is over here, we're 371 pips away. So which means, traders, maybe, just maybe, we'll not allow greed to exceed our need. All right? We'll not allow greed to exceed need because it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a bearish move and then price is going to go back up. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be watching my trend indicator right here. And if I start seeing price going down right here and it drops back here, but it goes ahead and goes bullish here, I may go ahead and get the heck out of Dodge even though we're way away from our target. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because what's going to happen here, traders, is this. Price could end up going back up to the top of the channel right here. Right? So I'm in on 4 positions on this. And if it goes up here, I might be picking up 5, 6, 7, 8 positions. I don't really want to do that much. I'd rather go ahead and close out maybe with a 260, maybe 300 pip net profits right here. And get out and then look for a new opportunity as price goes up a little higher, right? Because when price goes up a little higher, we want to go ahead and sell more and allow price to then go back down to the backside of the channel here. So, although we're expecting price to come down to this level right here, if we see any sort of support holding it and it starts turning back up north, maybe time to go ahead and cash out and get the heck out of Dodge. All right? Now, this is a very cool thing right here. Why I'm expecting price to move back up north is because you take a look over here. There was a lot of traders, right? They were holding on to trades looking at this right shoulder of this pound Aussie. And they're looking at saying, hey, we've got a beautiful head and shoulders pattern right here. Traders are looking to sell here, which is not the way to trade head and shoulders, by the way. You trade the break of the neckline. But anyways, a trader is selling over here, putting these stops above this level right here. So this big bullish move that we've seen right here is just banks pushing price through that level and just capturing your profits right there. And so, excuse me. And so, I still believe that price is going to push up a little higher. So any sort of bullish dip right here, I'm going to be monitoring my setups very, very closely and making some trading decisions. All right. So we can do a recap tomorrow. I'm going to keep it bearish right now, but we can do a recap tomorrow and make a decision on that. Karen says I got this thing wrong here. Bullish. Let's double check that, Karen. And Karen, you are correct. Yes. This is a bearish alert right here. All right, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what happens now to the other pair that we're in, and that is on pound New Zealand dollar. So pound New Zealand dollar, we're also selling on pound New Zealand dollar right here. Let's take a look and see what this looks like here. Well, this has come back to, and I'm not going to say the backside of this trend line because I drew this trend line based on this. So here we have our support level right here. Let's go ahead and kill that line, put in a new line here. So we got, this is it right here. So that trend line is actually being adjusted based on this. So we're expecting price to come back down to retest support again. So you can see here, we've got a lot of resistance here. Bulls have scored a point. You know, this is where typically what we call liquidation levels. This is where traders are keeping their stops above. So you'll see price push above that and then automatically come back down again. And we've just seen that happening right now. So we've seen, sorry, my throat. So we've seen a price rejection right here, not only of this resistance here at the top, but we've also seen it right here at the backside of this, the backside of this downward trend line right here. If we close out with a bearish candlestick formation right here, price may go back and retest the backside and then move back down to the bottom of the range, but then go ahead and continue his move back up north. Now, if we break through this channel, then we see price moving back down to the bottom of the channel right here, and then possibly even on its way down to the bottom of this range that we're in. The range that we're in, you can see right here, is I go ahead and compress the charts. You can see right here, we've got tops and bottoms right here. Price may work his way back down, all the way down south right here. Now, I'm not too cared about where it's going to go overall long term. All I'm really interested in what's going to do right now. Can price move down to my target, and how far is my target? My target on this is down here, and I'm looking at price moving another 365 pips. So that's cool, but also what I've got to look at right here as well is, do I have a support here? Because it's still in it still shows a bullish channel, right? And we have to stay below this wave rider that I have here, this red channel. I got to stay below that in order for it to get down to my target. If we do see some bullish reaction, bullish upside move, bullish turnaround right here, then it may be time for me to go ahead and get the heck out of Dodge. Now, let me go to my 1 hour time frame. My daily time frame right here. And so this is why I'm looking at the daily right here, and I know that, yeah, the daily can retrace. Daily showing that we're bullish overall. In fact, if you take a look at these swings right here, we had a nice little swing that created this wave 1 right here, wave 2. This is a very cool rally to wave 3. So we're in a wave 4 correction. Price is going to move back up a little bit higher, right? Price will work up itself a little higher. If I go ahead and draw some trend lines going across down here, that's what it looks like there. But I'm going to just go ahead and do this. Ultimately, I think that's where price may go ahead and find support. All right. Now, notice I've gone ahead and moved through that, draw my trend line through the wicks right here. So I'm looking at a support a little bit down about here. And if we can get support hitting that level, then we should see a bounce back up again. All right. Hey traders, I want to go ahead and just say this. If you're new to this channel, we're going to do a lot of these morning sessions every morning at 9 a.m. All right. We're following a certain trading strategy, and the certain trading strategy has a very high success rate. But what's important for you to know is that we have to manage our risk properly. Now, if you don't know, you don't have a clue what I'm doing right now, then hang around. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I will be sending out some videos explaining exactly what the strategy is and how we're going to be able to manage our risk, because that's key right there, is how we manage our risk. I'm going to show you why we're so excited about this strategy and why I'm saying that this strategy is probably the best strategy that I've ever traded, and I'm telling you, ever traded. Whether you're an experienced trader or whether you know very little about the market, this strategy will help you to make profits and make profits consistently. But the one thing that traders need to understand, okay, and I don't know why I'm doing this with my fingers, but the one thing that traders need to understand is that they have to understand how to be able to manage their positions, because as much as it's such an exciting strategy to follow, all right, you can get yourself into trouble if you don't manage your risk correctly. All right, I found that out the hard way. All right, and so 2020, making sure that we got some good rule sets in place to make sure that we manage our risk correctly. All right, just want to make sure that. All right, okay, what else we got going here? But yeah, subscribe to the channel. You'll get some video updates this week. I'm posting it this week, very early this week, on exactly what it is and why we're so excited about the strategy. All right. And also, traders, if you want to get access to this system that I'm using, go down to the description box. In the description, you'll see there's links to the descriptions. that you can gain access to the strategy very quickly. All right, check out the links below. Okay, all right. Now here it is, 1, 2, 3, and now we're waiting for correction. So we're gonna hold on to the pound New Zealand dollar a little longer. We're in the money on this one right here as well. You can see right here we're up about 138 pips, but it's a little bit more than that because that's our average. We got 3 positions in right here, so we're actually up. Looks like 133 plus 283 now, so we're like 410. Call it 410 pips net in profits at the moment right now. So we're doing pretty good on the pound New Zealand dollar. We'll continue to hold on to this and monitor it. We'll monitor this very, very closely as well. All right, and so that's the pound Aussie right here, and the pound New Zealand dollar. So those are the 2 pairs: pound Aussie, pound New Zealand dollar. So currently right now on these 2 pound crosses, which is our missed targets from the previous weeks, we're going to continue to hold on to that. All right, and then if we take a look over here, we've got Aussie JPY, we've got Aussie CAD, and Aussie US dollar. Let's take a look at those 3 pairs right there. And firstly, let's go take a look and see where we're at with regards to the money, right? So let's go to Aussie JPY. Aussie JPY, we're down 45 pips. We're in 3 positions, all right? So we're not too bad off right now. We've seen a bit of rally taking place. I'm expecting some rally in the pound, in the Aussie crosses. So traders, I'm going to go ahead and do this. The Aussie crosses, we're currently down on all of the positions. So all 3 of these positions, we're slightly down about anywhere between 40 and 60 pips, right? But due to the fact that we're getting the news coming out this evening, all right, that's going to give us the cash rate and then the bank rate statement, all right, the RBA rate statement. This, I believe, is going to give us a positive reaction in the Aussie, which means, traders, I'm going to hold on to the Aussie crosses, and I'm going to let the market move towards its targets. Hopefully, this evening is the mover for us, all right? Now, let's go take a look at the technicals, so we don't get caught up just on the fundamentals, that we understand what the technicals are reading as well. So let's go to Aussie. Let's go to Aussie JPY. All right, and I'm going to go to a larger time frame, and you can see right here, price has moved quite far down, but we're expecting now a correction move, right? So as we go ahead and as price moves down, this is a correction move, and we could see a correction move going back as far as another 89 pips. Now, 89 pips, call it 90 pips right here. Would that be enough to be able to get to my target? Let's take a look. Here's my target right here. And we got 218 pips to go there. So which means, traders, as you see right here, notice as price comes up to this wave rider right here, this red channel, when price gets up to there, I've got to make decisions to get the heck out of Dodge. I'm not going to ride it up until this wave unless we get some really strong move in the Aussie and we trade through that level. But it's most likely that we're going to be getting out as price gets up to this level, specifically because we've got 3 entry points in this. So look for about a 90 pip more rally on at least on the Aussie JPY. Let's go to Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD doesn't see a lot of movement right here. We're looking for this price, and I'm going to go ahead and move it up right here. I'm looking for price to move up to about there. It's 115 pips, but it looks like we're probably looking at maybe another 29 pips. Okay. Now, remember, Aussie CAD is tied up with, of course, US oil. Let's take a look at US oil. What are we expecting out of US oil this week? And maybe just from a technical perspective, right? Let's see here. This is US oil. US oil has found support. Hold a second. If US oil finds support, then that means that we could see a rally. Now, it's not going to rally maybe in this first week of support, but we may start seeing a bit of sideways movement right here. So we're sitting at a very key level of support down there at $51 a barrel. If US oil starts getting stronger, that means Aussie CAD will actually go bearish. That's not a good sign for our Aussie CAD position. So when we go ahead and take a look at Aussie CAD right here, and this is Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD is this one right here. And I take a look right here. I'm about 16 pips away from break even. If I move up another 30 pips, another 30 pips will bring me close to my my first entry point. All right, I've got 2 positions in on this. I may go ahead and get the heck out of Dodge on this one right here. All right, so Aussie CAD, I may go ahead and take a look at getting out within about another 30 pips or so, just because of that support right here. And again, remember, where's the resistance? The resistance is up here. See that? That's the resistance right there. So we could see price stalling there. So pay attention. When price gets to this level, there's certainly going to be a little bit of resistance there, and we're going to see the market go ahead and push off that level. So check it out. Price at around about 89.07 is where we need to look for a little bit of resistance and possibly get the heck out of Dodge because of the fact that we could see price moving further down south. Now, hold on. If the news comes out this evening, if we get positive data coming out this evening, and this news is really positive, maybe the RBA goes out and sets a statement saying, man, we are on track, everything's good, jobs are great, housing's good, inflation's on target. If all of that is positive, right, and they keep the rates unchanged and they don't talk about possibly cutting rates, then we could see maybe this push go above that resistance. And if that's the case, then check this out. Then we're going to go ahead and trade not only to this resistance, but we could go all the way up here to the top, which gives us about a 233 pip target. So I'm going to say let's leave the Aussie on the table right now, see what happens at the tonight with the news, and then we can make decisions as we go into the next couple of days. All right. So that's where we're at with the Aussie Canadian dollar traders, and pretty much every other pair that we've got right here. All right. We're just going to hold on for right now. Check it out, see what's going on. Euro Aussie, the same thing with the Euro Aussie, expecting further bearish movement on the Euro Aussie. All right, so we're going to keep Euro Aussie in play. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. We've got a couple of positions on this. Yeah, strong. This could be strong Aussie or it could be weak Euro. Obviously, because of the European Union busy negotiating with the UK. That's created some weakness right here. So we've seen a bearish move. This is going to be a support level right here. Now, if we go through the support there, we'll get to a support level down here. So there's going to be 2 support levels that we're going to be testing. I want to go ahead and draw this. So let's take a look at the Euro Aussie and see how many positions we have. Oops, look here. Wait a minute. Looks like the Euro CAD's already starting to get to its target right here. Looks like we'll be cashing out early on the Euro CAD. Let's go to Euro Aussie. We got 4 positions in on that. All right, so we're down about 80 pips. So we're gonna hold on to this trade a little bit more, down 80 pips on that to get to our break even. So we're gonna have to hold on to that trade. Got 4 positions in right here, and let's see here. Yep. All right, so we're going to do nothing with the Euro Aussie right now. We'll double check again tomorrow. If we do get some good data out this evening, this could drive us back further down south and get us back into this range. I'm going to kill something here. I want to just take a look at these channel lines I've got here. All right, so what's important right here, traders, if we can trade back below this channel line, if we can trade back below this channel line right here, then we could be heading back down to the bottom of the channel down here. Now, we haven't hit the top of the channel yet, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to hold my breath for that bottom of the channel to be retested, only because the market has hit the bottom right here. We're looking for the rally to go up to retest the top. So I'll be watching this carefully. Euro Aussie, watching this one real careful over the next couple of days. And hopefully we're right. Hopefully the Aussie data that comes out this evening is on track and we get positive move out of the Aussies. And if we do, we could see this moving back down south. But I'm going to watch it when it gets back to, if it goes to this support right here. If it goes to that support, I'm going to be watching it right about here. And that is priced, how many pips do we got there? We've got about 165 pips to go. So 165 pips, if I look at where our target's at, A target's at, let's see here. Yeah, we're going to be cashing out a little bit earlier. Notice right here, traders, notice that 120, 130 pips bring us back to that wave rider again, back to the support right here. So I'm going to be watching this real careful here and see what price does when it gets to this level. And when it gets to that level, then maybe time for us to go ahead and start looking to cash out. So again, traders, although we're chasing after this target, we may take some early profit off the table just because we're going to allow ourselves to get in on other opportunities. So we'll wait and see what happens. We're going to hold on a little bit longer on the Euro Aussie. All right. And my friends, that pretty much wraps up this morning's session. All right. Hope everyone had a good time, learned something. Once again, traders, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so right now. All right. Don't hesitate. Subscribe to the channel. When we go live, you're going to know it. As soon as we go live, you'll get a notification of when we go live. And if I post any content, which is going to be this week on exactly what I said, I'm going to post content about the strategy. I'm going to post content in a series of videos on equity management, how to manage your risk, how to be able to look for exit points, all that good stuff coming up soon. Check it out when the videos get posted. But make sure you subscribe channels, and please do me a favor, all right? If you haven't already, do it now, all right? Pass it forward. Share people the links of those videos. Share people links of the actual sessions. Get people into the sessions because this is definitely going to be the trading strategy of the year. I have no doubt about it. As long as we apply good money management risk on all our trades, we are going to be on top. Last year was exciting last year. Even though we had all of that data come out last week, we had trade wars, we had Brexit, we had flash crashes. Despite all of that, the system still showed a very profitable year last year. And this year is going to be no different. The only difference we're going to change this year is we're going to manage our risk correctly. All right, traders, well, that's it from me. Have a fantastic morning. I'll see you next time. This is FX Big Dog, signing off.